Texas roots, where my heart belongs, where my heart belongs. Take me back to South Texas roots.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. I always get asked on videos, how much does that cost? How much does this cost? I'm gonna give you a cost breakdown of how much it costs to actually frame out a 3x4 window, including adding in the blinds. As most of you guys know, I've been trying to keep track of how much I've spent on my 20 by 30 house build so far. It is roughly around $42,500. I'm currently at the stage of taping and floating. I just got all the sheetrock up for the most part. I still need to add in stuff in the attic. I still need to add in a mini split system. Still need to add in kitchen cabinets. There's a lot of stuff I still need to add, basically. But I'm sitting at right around $42,500. Initially, when I started the house build, I wanted to keep it under $50,000, but it looks like things are going to be a little bit more pricey than I was hoping. But it is what it is. It's still better than having a 30-year mortgage on a house. So anyways, I did a little bit of math. I got on Lowe's.com because that's where I order all my stuff from. I am a rewards member, so I get an additional 5% off, so I'll try to add that into the cost as well, with that and without the 5% off. So with that being said, I got a whole list of stuff on how much it costs for me to specifically frame out these two windows over here and then add in the wood blinds. I have 7 3x4 windows on this house. I also have a 2x3 window in the bathroom and a 3x3 window in the kitchen. I have not framed out any other windows yet, just the two you see back behind me. So with that being said, I'm gonna give you guys a quick breakdown on it. Like I said, everybody does it different. Everybody wants different materials. This is what I went with. It could change the cost drastically depending on what you go with. So anyways, with that being said, let's get into the breakdown. All right, guys, so once again, there's a million different ways you could do this. It's just the way I did it with the budget that I wanted to spend. So as you can see behind me, this is a 3x4 window. I went with the Allen Roth 2-inch blinds. I had to order 2 of them for this wall, is my feature wall in the living room. The Allen Roth 2-inch blinds are running $39.98 a piece. This is at the Lowe's nearest me here in South Texas. Like I said, everywhere is different. The 2-inch blinds, like I said, were $39.98 each. I went with white pine to trim out the window. I wanted it to try to match as close as I could to the tongue and groove on the wall. For this window and that window over there, I went with both of them on here. I had to order 4 1x4x8 white pine boards. It's a Reliabuilt brand. They were $8.78 a piece. I went with a Reliabuilt 1x6x8 white pine. I had 3 of those, and that was $12.98 a piece. The Reliabuilt 1x8x6 white pine, I ordered 1 for the base for both. That was $13.86. Now, I went with 1x4s for the trim. So for each window, I believe I had to buy 2 1x4x8s to do the horizontal and vertical boards for the trim work on the outside. The 1x8x6, I cut it in half, and that's what I used for the base once again. So I saved a little money there using just 1 sheet to do both windows. And then for the inner portion of the window, I went with 1x6x8s, and it took, I think, 3 of those to do the 2 windows. 1 board to do the side on each window, and then I cut 1 in half, and that did the top inside and the top inside on the other window. So I already had nails. I'm not including that into the cost. I just have my little air gun that I used. So with that being said, for these 2 windows specifically, at Lowe's, it cost me $181.73 with taxes included here in Texas. If I used my Lowe's rewards, which I'm a rewards member, I get 5% off. It cost $172.64 to frame out what you're seeing back behind me over here. So this is just for these 2 windows. Then you can multiply it here in a little bit by 7, because that's how many I have to do. Let's see here. So it ends up coming out to about, with the Lowe's rewards, it comes out to $86.32 for each window. Like I said, you can do it different types of wood, different types of blinds. This is what I went with. And if you're not a rewards member, it came out to $90.86 for each window. So for the grand total of doing 7 of these windows for my house, like I said, I still need to frame out all the other windows. I just did these 2. If you're not a rewards member and you're getting the same exact setup that I have, you would be spending for 7 windows, 3x4s, $636.02. I'm a rewards member, so I spent $604.24. So I haven't spent it yet, but that's what I would be spending once I get to that point of framing out the rest of these windows. Now I tried to do adding in a 3x3 and a 2x3 window. For some reason, the Allen Roth brand for the blinds, I couldn't find one that matched, so I'm gonna have to buy one that's a little bit bigger and make some custom cuts. And speaking of custom cuts, there's a little, I guess, cover over here at the top. I had to trim that out just a little bit. It came with 2 little side pieces, which was a little bit wider than how I framed out the window. So I had to go in and cut it with my table saw. It cut really easy. It's just made of plastic. The blinds itself fit right in. It literally took me maybe 10 minutes for each window to be able to install it, cut everything, and get them up in there. So a very easy process for the most part. The trimming of the windows was a little bit different. I had a little bit of issues with the way I was doing it. Some stuff wasn't matching up exactly. I'm not a professional builder by any means. I'm just a DIYer on YouTube trying to get my house done on a budget and getting it done basically with myself, my dad's help, and a little bit of help from my brother. So hopefully that helped out with the cost breakdown. Once again, I got to do 7 of those windows. You can definitely go a lot cheaper if you want. You can have the smaller blinds. You can also do a lot better. You can have some very expensive blinds. I saw those at Lowe's while I was there too, and they were just a little out of my budget. Once again, I was trying to keep the house built around $50,000, and I think it's going to be probably $60,000, maybe $65,000, depending on what I want to go with. That's including all the appliances and stuff, washer and dryer. I'm gonna do a total cost with everything that I specifically had in my house, and then what I'll do, I'll also take out how much I spent on all the appliances and just do basically just a finished house without any appliances. Basically like move-in ready. It'll include the tub, it'll include the toilet, stuff like that. But when you're moving into a house, typically you got to buy your own fridge. You'll get your own stove, stuff like that. So hopefully this helps out. Like I said, I always get asked, how much does it cost? How much have you spent so far on your house? Once again, I'm sitting right around $42,500. It is a 20 by 30, 600 square foot house that includes having a 10 by 10 front porch and a 10 by 12 back porch. I'll just go ahead and just do a quick pan around so you can see what the house looks like right now. Actually, I'll turn you guys around so I can follow you. This is mainly, if you're new to the channel, if you've already been subscribed for a while, you know what the house looks like. This is the bathroom. Like I said, still putting up sheetrock. Still need to plumb out the tub. Got the toilet. I have accent walls in each room with the tongue and groove. That added to the cost. Here's a bedroom. It's dirty in here. I have a small laundry closet back there with all my camping gear. Small closet. I believe the bathroom is a 6 by 10 and my bedroom is I believe it's a 10 by 10. And once again, you have a normal size closet, a little laundry closet. And then in here, I believe this is a 20 by 18 roughly. Something like that with vaulted ceilings, 12 foot to the peak. And then if I go outside real quick to show you, like I said, there's still a lot of stuff that needs to be done to the house. But once again, 20 by 30. I went with LP siding. I got some solar screens on there. That was about $700 just for the screens, but they definitely help out here in South Texas. Went with cedar siding, the cedar shakes. Still need to do the underneath portion of the house. And just so you know, that included all the plumbing. Oh, dropped my microphone. I'm an amateur, guys, I'm an amateur. That included all the plumbing, all the electric, everything, including out to the electric pole with that cost. So the price could have jumped down a little bit just depending on what all I wanted to add in. I just have a normal little AC unit for now. I'm gonna end up getting a mini split system. And then you're looking at the back porch over here, which is a 10 by 12. So not the biggest house in the world, but it's also not the smallest one either. And then here's the east side over here. So hopefully that gives you a good understanding on how much it costs to build a little house like this. The foundation was the only thing that we didn't do, basically. Everything else was done by myself with my dad's help and with my brother's help. I had a foundation crew come in. That alone ate up almost $10,000 of the $42,500. It was I believe $9,500 for the foundation. They did I think they went down 2 foot all the way around the house. They did it a little bit deeper than I was expecting, but they ended up eating the cost and gave it to me for the same price. So that worked out for me. The front porch was initially only supposed to be a 10 by 8, and they poured a little bit bigger. They ate the cost on that as well. So I think that company did a great job, and that also included the rough plumbing. So hopefully this helps out with the cost on everything. Once again, the window cost is going to end up being, with the 2x3 window and 3x3 window, it's probably going to end up costing me about $800 total to be able to trim out all my windows and have the 2-inch blinds in there. So anyways, that's all I got for today's video. Hopefully this helps out if you're wondering how much does it actually cost to build a little tiny house out here. Once again, 600 square foot, 20 by 30. Got the pups out here enjoying life. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any other questions, comment down below and maybe I can answer them on the next video. So appreciate y'all for watching, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace. Bye guys.
Take me back to South Texas roots, where my heart belongs, where my heart belongs.